I'm all thinking, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
I must be
Uh,
cold. Okay, well, I'm trying.
hey, yeah. I'm not home. I'm in Joburg, so it
Yeah,
is, yeah, a
evidently.
bit
Yeah,
cold.
man,
Yeah,
I just think I just think
yeah,
it's cold. Yo.
it is. But the good thing is, it's not as cold as it was on Sunday. It was on Sunday. It was freezing
Sunday,
and
you know,
windy.
yesterday God was just like, I'm just giving you guys a chance to say bye to winter because it's Sunday. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
That's how I was shook when he said he went to go my mind. I'm like, my mind, that's proper outdoors, like proper outdoors.
it's like proper
Yo,
outdoors. Yeah, and there was so many people that had. Like it was crazy. I couldn't believe with people
mm.
actually in that weather. They were coming in, going there, and they're carrying cooler boxes. And I'm like, dude, where are you taking
They were
cooler
so
box in this
trained.
cold? Yeah,
They will dig deep into the cooler box to take out a
yeah,
Corona in
yeah,
that ice. Because one thing about
yeah,
South Africans, they believe in groove and liquor.
yeah. They do. But you
Mm.
know, the thing that got me about Mai Mai is the level of trust
Mm.
there. Like Um, you just get to a table.
Yeah.
You tell the lady comes to you. You tell her how much meat you want, and you just trust. Would say she's going to give you exactly the amount of meat that you pay for. And then there's
Yeah.
people going around selling their stuff there. No one is worried about getting their stuff stolen. Like
Stolen. Yeah.
it's a whole different world, Jay. It's a whole different
Yeah.
world. But yeah, it's a great experience.
I think that's the main reason also I like it. I think people know, because people came here to for downtime, man. We had a long week. Maybe you
Yeah,
were drinking the night before. Just want to have meet and chill with your friends. There's no need for people to be extra. There's no need for people to, make you feel uncomfortable. Because more better, even the parking is not the nicest thing. You
yeah,
can
it's
even
not.
park far from the gate. You can park way above, like up there by the bridge. Up out your parking at VW or whatever. And more Puma, it's still fine. Like I've
But
never heard of anyone who's had their lights stolen or their car stolen. My, if anything, it happens everywhere. But my mind, I don't know if also it's because people are like, yeah, I know Zulu, then I know how Zulu rates society. It's not, but I've never heard it. I've never heard of it. So it's a chill place, man. And
Yeah, it
then
really
people just
is.
mind their own. And there's no fake standards. I think that's another thing I like about it. Yes, some people
Yeah.
come there with their bottles of Remy Martin, and there are different kinds of cognac. Omunye is Puzeli Hansa, Omunye is drinking Corona, Savannah. Like there's no pretense. Because
Yeah,
about one thing about Joburg club culture, there's a lot of pretense.
it
People are
is.
going
Yeah.
out of their way to fit in. Now I have to buy Hennessy, now I have to buy all the other cognacs. But come on, man, you do you, man. You do whatever you want to do. I think that's what I like about it.
Yeah, like that. Another thing that actually got my attention is the level of respect that people have for each other, Lapan.
Yeah.
Everyone's just minding their own business.
Yeah.
And it reminds me, just I think it was last week, if not the week before.
Yeah.
There's some lady on Twitter, someone on Twitter it's some guy actually that got kicked out of an Uber for not greeting the driver. And I think it was a bit rude. It was a bit rude,
Oh,
and
sorry, guys.
and it just
Human
started a
decency,
conversation.
guys.
Yeah,
Human decency. Like, as a simple sawubona or good morning or good afternoon, it doesn't kill you. It really doesn't take anything from you.
yeah.
I don't get people. People don't mind getting to you and start speaking. I'm just like, Aibo. And the Zulu girl in me is just, one time about me, you will greet. I see that's when the Zulu girl in me comes out. I will just look at you. When you're done, I just look away because clearly you don't know how
Yeah.
to speak to people. What do you mean? Like, how do you just start talking?
Yeah.
I'm not saying Buzimpilo, but just please,
Yeah,
you know?
like it's just crazy because that incident that the guy had, it just sparked like a conversation around greeting, and people just basically said, because see, in Joburg, people generally they don't greet when they get into a space or whatever, and this is a really small space. But generally, walking around, fun. I mean, me coming from Edo, from in the Lowveld, is that
Yeah.
even when you're just walking down the street and you come across someone, you say hello. But in Joburg, most of the time that doesn't happen. But Mai Mai is a bit different because if you make
That's
eye
where I'm
contact with a
going.
person, yeah,
You're gonna greet. You're
yeah,
going to. And I think this thing over the Joburg don't greet. Honestly, most of the what I've seen is usually people from outside Joburg.
yeah.
And I'm just like, guys, what's so deep about greeting? I'm just like, I, I'm for me, I'm just like, you can't get to a group of people and just greet the one person you want to talk to. You must be
It
high.
doesn't make sense. Yeah,
You must be high. There's no way. People like how you disregarding everybody else around this person, and you just even a simple wave, okay, if it's noisy, just wave. And I'm just like, I'm glad now I've never been around such people. I think for me, I've been in Joburg all my life. I'm a Joburg through and through, right? And
yeah,
I've never experienced that. Every space I've been in, like every setting I've been in, people greet.
yeah.
People, if there's one thing I've experienced, that's why I'm always saying, I think it's always people who are not from here who are just projecting it. You know how people say, ikolile kwinyana. I'm just like, I, likwinyama abawaphumi la.
Yeah.
Thina siyijwayele le nto like,
But it's actually I understand what they mean by saying, Ijoza Kunyan, is that someone would leave home, Asuto Sevendela Ijos. They live a completely different life. It's completely different
yeah.
from what they were living at home. And in most cases, whenever they go back home, they do not thingy. You do not see the fruits of their labor, basically.
Mm.
That's one. Another thing is that they become so difficult to get hold of. Ngoba umuntu ohamba asuke ekhaya ayosebenza eJozi, and you never hear from that person until aphinda
But
abuye ekhaya.
why? Like why?
I
It's
have
not
no
our phone, but
idea.
it's not 1950 anymore. We have phones. It's right now. If you have a person in the UK, in the Netherlands, in
Yeah.
wherever, that person you can literally text them right now. I message or something, they'll reply. So why are you no longer reachable? You literally from Emtee, which is like five,
Yeah.
4, 3 hours away. Dog, come on.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing.
I don't get
People
it.
can't get hold
It's
of you
always
because
people
you chose
from
a
not
Queenie.
yeah.
Yeah, people.
Exactly. I don't get it. It's like because my thing is also I travel a lot, right? And I just like going to different provinces. You
Yeah,
go to a province, yes, it's not as busy as Joburg or Gauteng, but it's still the same. What you have in Joburg, they have in Northwest, you know, they have in MP, they have in Limpopo.
yeah,
Sharp, it's not as busy, but
yeah.
what's making you now act up?
It's I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I've never experienced that. Hopefully, I'll never be able to experience that. But yeah, I don't know what people go through.
Mm.
But anyway, just right now we're talking about greeting, and we haven't properly greeted. We haven't properly greeted our our viewers. Anyway, hello. Shout out to you. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is the Oracles. This is episode 41. I'm starting to keep count again.
Keep count.
Yeah, this is episode 41 of the Oracles. We are happy that you are here with us, and we are happy to be here with you as well. Now, Z, I really don't have a lot of time because we have about maybe 30 minutes max before I get load shedding. Now, so I just want to get started, and the first thing I want to get started with is that today, today was actually my first time that I drove to Soweto all by myself. Went there and then again, came back here again. And the reason why I was there today, I was at the tavern. Hello, in Maponya, there's a restaurant called the Tavern.
I actually went on
Where
Saturday, but I didn't go inside. It was too full for me. I'm like,
Yeah, oh, great.
I
Yeah.
left. Literally, I was like, nah.
Yeah, so I was there because the speaker actually invited us. Unfortunately, you weren't able to go there
Yeah.
because he had to work. Yeah, but speaker was shooting a video, so he asked us to be there for a cameo, and it was such an
Yeah.
incredible time. Like I was sitting at this
Really.
table, and he's got people who do, some people who are part of Sotra Cyphers. He had
Mm.
a DJ there with him, D-Boy Chief Rocker. I don't know if you know him,
Mm-hmm.
but is like apparently because this is the first time I met him today. And I later realized when speaker told me about him, how big
Mhm.
of a thing that he's actually on the song as well, because he is doing the scratches on the song. So this
No.
guy is one of the first people to actually have a hip hop show in South Africa. This was like in 1997. Now I'm trying to figure out actually, I'm trying to figure out who had the
How old
first hip
is
hop
he?
show. He was born in 1979. Yeah.
Because I'm thinking 97, I was 3. So how old is this? Oh,
Yeah. No, he was born in 1979. So he was actually a producer on the show. I think it
really?
was, yeah, it was a radio station called something Soweto. I forget what the name of the radio station is.
Mm-hmm.
So he was also in 2003. He was at Metro FM. He was actually he on that show that he was doing on there. It was the first time that Tibo Touch actually got was on Metro, because at the time Touch was in the US, so they were doing
Yeah.
sort of like a correspondence thing
Mm-hmm,
where,
mm-hmm.
yeah, I think Touch was maybe a content producer or content contributor or whatever on there. So in a sense, they basically introduced him to Metro, and then now he is where he is.
Nice.
On there, they had an unsigned top 10 where people like Pro were able to get
I think
recognition. People like Omen was able to get recognition. Actually, in the which one was? Oh yeah, the first hip hop show that they did. Also
mm-hmm.
Amu. Amo also got recognition from that show. So this guy,
No, this guy played a huge role in hip hop, most. When you think
dude,
about it, because the
yeah,
people you're mentioning right now are people that I feel like a lot of us looked up to when it comes to the hip hop game in South Africa.
yeah, like
Literally,
this
if you
guy,
speak of Amu, everyone knows who you're talking about. If you speak of Omen, if you speak of Pro, everyone knows who you're talking about. I feel like they literally opened up doors. So if it was part of
yeah,
that, I mean, that's major.
yeah, it is. It really is major. Like, we have to actually get him and talk to him.
No,
But
honestly.
yeah, because he also has like a class that he has. He also teaches people how to DJ.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, so we'll actually have time to talk to him, but I'm trying to get a few things sorted out so that we actually
Mm.
have a proper conversation with him. But yeah, we'll sort it out eventually, and it will definitely happen. But this guy, because we talk about guys like Amo and Pro, these guys are people who we consider to be at the foundation of South
Yeah.
African hip hop. But now you have D-Boy Chief Rocker, who actually gave these people a platform. Now, I don't know what we call him. If Amo and Pro are in the foundation of South African hip
Oh,
hop, I don't know then what he is.
that's
But
crazy.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But
Crazy.
anyway, it was an incredible afternoon, man. It was an incredible afternoon, spending time with Speaker and all these other guys.
Mm.
Yeah, so it was pretty nice. First time being on in a music video. Hopefully, I'll be able to tell my mom very soon that I'm on TV.
Look at you being a baddie.
Yeah, man. But
I
the
love
song
it
is
for you.
actually,
Mama,
yeah,
I'm on TV.
yeah, yeah. But the song is dropping on the 14th. It's a beautiful song,
Mm.
man. It's a beautiful song. I actually forgot to share it with you, but I'll do it so
Yeah.
you get to have a listen.
Jeez, I want to hear it. Like I'm all
Yeah.
for like if there's one up at me, I'm all for speakers wins right now. I was also watching the remember the news that he said he needs to share, but he wasn't ready to share. When I saw
Yeah,
the ad
yeah,
and SABC one, I was like, okay,
yeah,
I see
yeah,
you. Because I was
yeah,
watching King
man.
Sam, I think a week or two ago, I'm just like, which one is this one?
But
Like, I know it's
yeah,
a change. I'm like, oh, this is it. I was so happy. Like, I was so amped. It is
yeah,
beautiful, man. When you think about how, because as a rapper, I feel like, it works its way up to where it's at.
yeah,
So for it to have a TV show like that on like such a very huge channel,
yeah,
it's making me proud, man. I love it.
yeah. And what I love about it is that it's got that thing where SABC One sort of remember the days when you had the Isola 7, Ishoya Isola
Mm,
7. It's sort of like
yeah,
going back to those
back
times
to that.
and yeah,
Yeah,
those moments. And this is going to be huge, man. This is going to be
it
huge.
will.
Castle Rap Records is on Thursday. Starting on Thursday at
Thursday.
6, yeah, Thursday at 6
Yeah,
p.m.
yeah.
Yeah. So if you're watching this on Wednesday, so it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. If you're watching this on Wednesday, then it is tomorrow. But yeah, man, I'm excited, and it's actually been a big week for
Same.
Speaker,
It
because
is. It
yeah,
has.
on Sunday, but this is actually Enzo's work. They also
Mhm.
debuted on SABC One Brown Dash's documentary,
Oh, I
telling
saw
Brown
something
Dash's
about
story.
that, but I think I saw it in passing, and I think I was busy on a call. I'm like, I'm gonna get
Yeah,
to it, but I haven't gotten to it.
yeah,
So, what is it about exactly? Is it like speaking about Bon Dash's upbringing, his music career, or what
yeah.
is it about?
Yeah, the thing is, I actually missed it. I wasn't able to catch it. But as far as I understand it, it's basically telling Brown Dash's story. And also because there's a song that they made. I think they made a remake of it or a remix or whatever
Mm,
it is. Yeah, yeah, Brown Dash. They just added a verse by someone. I forget who it is. So
mm,
yeah, it's basically Brown Dash's story that they're telling on there. So it's an exciting thing, man. It's really an exciting thing, and hopefully, if it's on again next week Sunday, I should be able to catch it. But I will
yeah.
also give an update when I can, hopefully next week, because I have
Mm-hmm.
to speak to Speaker to see if there ever there's any repeats of the two
True.
programs, in
So,
case
yeah.
yeah, in case we missed them on the
Yeah.
day that they aired the first time. But yeah, it's
That
been
would be
it's been
nice
an
actually,
exciting
because
time.
I feel like we don't have much time during the week to catch them up like that, especially around the
Yeah.
time they play, especially for the one on Thursday. So I think if there's a repeat, that would be nice to catch up on.
Yeah, it really would be. Yeah, it really would be. But yeah, man, it's today was an exciting time, was an exciting afternoon that I had.
I can
Um
see, like, you giving, you reacting energy, like you had to.
I mean, I really am happy because I also was able to meet
That's nice.
a couple of people.
Yeah.
There's a guy on the song, on Speaker's song. His name is Urakula, I think. Yeah, I think it's Urakul. That's how they pronounce it.
Hmm.
He was actually
Hmm.
on one of the seasons on Idols. It was in the top 16.
Really?
Yeah, so he does the first verse and the hook as well on there. And I actually found out that Reason, Sizo Alakai,
Hmm.
also had an input on the song because they have a bridge after one of the choruses, and it was Reason, yeah, Sizo Alakai, who said
Hmm.
that they
Yeah.
that they should actually put the bridge in there. Uh, so he, so Speaker actually, he shared the song, I suppose, with a few other people while he was still making it,
Mm.
and then also got some input from there. So surely, definitely means that he actually
Man,
listens to that input.
listen. Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's all that's needed, man. That's very important. As an artist, like as I always say, not just as an artist, as a human being, you're not an island, you know?
yeah,
So I feel like whenever you get people who are gonna work with you, do it, man. Like,
yeah,
because at times it's not even about them rapping on your song or singing, but listen to the available inputs, you will see something, you know?
yeah. Yeah. So that was that for today. Also, because today actually we were supposed to have a conversation uh, with Indigo Stella. Yeah,
Indigo, yeah.
Indigo Stella. But unfortunately, she has load shedding at the moment, so we'll
Mm-hmm.
have to reschedule for hopefully sometime this week. But yeah, she dropped an album, I think, on the 21st.
Mm-hmm.
21st was last week, right?
So this was last week, yeah, because I think on the 28th she had an interview, I think, a few radio stations where they were talking about. So I think, yeah, so around that time, 20 something.
Yeah. Yeah, I think around the 21st. The album is called Interstellar. Um, Obviously, being Indigo Stella, it is a beautiful project because I
It is.
started listening. I've been listening to it. It is a beautiful project. I love also the fact that it's like 14 tracks on there, so
Mm-hmm.
it's not too much. It
I'm
really
smart.
isn't too much.
And I realized it wasn't too
Yeah.
much when I was on track 8. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
4, 5 songs. I'm almost done. Sharp.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. And I think also for me it's the versatility. I
Yeah.
Because you're listening to it like it's like mellow, but there's rapping and stuff. Then you
Yeah.
get to I think it's track 7, if I'm not mistaken, which is Run. I think it's
Yeah.
yeah, it's Run. It's giving very Afro beats, very deep East African,
Sure.
West African. I'm like, yeah, this is good. Like I like the versatility.
Yeah.
Like not just a straight shooter. I'm going for this kind of sound only, but she was able to play around, and no, I like it. I really like it.
Yeah. But sonically, it is a beautiful project, man.
Yes,
Yeah, it's a beautiful project. It's easy on the ear.
hmm
There isn't too much. I'm actually wrong. It's not 14 tracks now to remember. It's actually 11.
it's 11. Eh? Yeah, it's
Yeah,
11.
it's 11
So when I
tracks, man.
got to 8, I'm like, I have 3 more to go. I love this
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
It's 11.
Yeah, and that's how an album should be, man. That's how an album
Yeah,
should be.
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's quite incredible. It's a beautiful album. You know, it's one of those things where you listen to an artist and you wonder why this person isn't much bigger than they should
Yes.
be. Yeah, that's how good Stella is in general, not just with
But
this
there's a
album.
lot.
Just
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, just in general, that's how good she is.
And I like how consistent she's been. It's a thing of I'll get my break. I'll get my break. Let me just continue making the good music. Like
Yeah,
she's giving P.O energy. She's giving Black Liz energy.
yeah,
Like I know my people are for me. I know my people will support me. Let me continue doing what I do best, you
yeah,
know? And that's
yeah,
what I'm here for, honestly.
yeah. And I actually listened to DJ Clen's Viral.
Yeah.
Yeah, I eventually got to listen to it. That
Mm.
song with Touchline. Because J. Jody is
Tony
actually
Scar.
quite prominent. Yeah. J. Jody is quite prominent on there, which kind of makes sense because of how good
Yeah.
he is. And he also brings like a proper balance to the entire album because,
Yeah.
yeah, you keep hearing a similar voice, which gives it, it doesn't, it takes away that thing of having, of a producer or a DJ creating an album and then it sounds like a compilation. But
Yeah.
this one, it brings a proper balance. It gives it like a direction, which is great. But that one with Touchline. Now, generally, I love Touchline, man. So yeah, but this one is not just about loving Touchline. It's about hearing why I love Touchline.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's incredible out there.
Let me tell you, that I remember the day I put you on the album, right? I
Yeah,
think the next day I went to work, and at work, 'cause at times I work best with music, so I just zone out. I play
yeah,
music. So one of my colleagues is like, "Dude, what are you listening to?" I'm trying to listen to something new. I'm like, trust me, listen to the Viral, the album, and listen to Tony Scar. He'll come back to me. That guy, he was listening to the album, ne? He listened to the Touchline song 3 times. And he wanted to say something, but I'm on a call. He's like, hang up. I want to speak about Touchline. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, hang up. Did you hear? And this guy, he's funner. He's like, did you hear Touchline? I'm like, I heard Touchline. That's what I was saying. Listen to Tony Scott. The entire album is nice, but listen to that song.
yeah.
Then you listen to the one with Blake Liz. I'm just like, okay, this album is amazing. You hear the one with the AVs. I'm just like, yo, let's know the pounds. I'm just like, all right, guys. Like that's the hip hop I missed. That's the hip hop I missed locally. I'm not gonna lie. I
Yeah,
think he brought me back. He brought me back because I feel like I
yeah,
haven't been getting that much. They
yeah,
haven't been giving us a lot. So I was like, yeah, this is what I want.
yeah. Like the thing with South African hip hop, I think at the moment it is taking like it's on a trajectory that is positive.
Yeah,
Where we are able to hear again proper raps. We're able to hear
yeah,
proper production coming from South Africans, which is incredible. And this also reminds me, talking about DJ Cled, Because today there was an argument on Twitter about Aries not being on Mass Country. Mass Country, by the way, has gone platinum. I don't know if you saw that.
I
But
saw that, and I also saw the argument. I think the argument started on Sunday, but I just saw snippets of it on Instagram. I'm just like, and I thought about DJ Clean. DJ Clean will fight for Aries.
yeah,
you, he's a slime.
yeah,
He's a slime.
yeah,
I could tell. I'm just like this nigga is. You know how I am
yeah,
with Ginger. That's
yeah,
him.
that's
That's
it.
him with
Like,
Aries. He's like, I'm fighting for my boy with everything in me.
yeah, like it's actually amazing how much how loyal Aries fans are. Like pretty much everyone who is a diehard Aries fan will fight you. He's one of those guys. It's not like in terms of fame or in terms of presence in the mainstream. He's not in the top 10 when it comes
Big,
to
big. Yes,
yeah
he's not.
to rappers. But when it comes to the fan base, he might have the most loyal
Yes, yes,
fan base in the country, which is quite amazing. But yeah,
yes,
anyway,
yes.
that issue with about Aries not being on Mass Country is that apparently he did record a verse which was supposed to be on
Mm-hmm.
Spawn On, but apparently AKA's team did not reach out to get those recordings back, those stems and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So someone posted a picture of the dates of the projects
The
and the
dates,
dates of
yeah.
when they were completed, basically, or rather created on the computer. And then it's just a thing. I don't know why it's become a thing because the album has been out for months now, pretty
Oh
much the
wow,
entire
yeah.
year.
Mm-hmm.
Spawn On is Spawn On like I think it's the latest single, right? Yeah, Spawn On I
It's
think
the
is
one
the
with
latest
Java,
single
yeah.
from yeah. Yeah, but another thing for me is that I listen to Spawn On quite a lot, and I'm trying to figure out how Aries would actually
Where Reese would fit.
fit, yeah, where he would fit on that song.
Yeah.
So, I mean
I
that
hear you.
it's a huge album. There's a couple of songs where Aries I feel could have been perfect on there,
You see, if they
but
said
Spawn On I
Aries was
don't think.
on the Mbuzi freestyle, I'd be like, let's go.
Yeah, yeah,
I like, let's
exactly.
go. Even
Yeah,
go, let's go. But spot on, I'm just like, and the move.
no man.
Mm-mm.
uh,
Unless I was going to give it something different, but I'm like, I'm not hearing it.
Yeah, that also me as well. I don't hear how Aries could have been on Spawn On, but it's one of those things because apparently it was also
Yeah.
AKA's call, not to basically scrap Aries's verse
But,
on the song. Yeah, because he's the one who was actually fully on the project. So
yeah,
because
he was hands on.
yeah, it was 100% hands on. He knew exactly what he wanted to do. He knew exactly who he wanted. And also now it raises a question of who else did he approach for a verse and then decided that it's not going to work. Because I don't think Aries might be the only one.
Yeah, no, I don't. I also don't. But also, I feel like now for me, it begs the question: should that then breed hard feelings? Because I feel like,
No.
when you already have, because I feel like as an artist, you already have the sound that you want your album to have,
Yeah.
and when you look at the features, it makes sense, you know. So when you think of, it's like an artist who's a very mellow rapper,
Yeah.
and they just come and they want Eminem on the song or Busta Rhymes.
Mm.
But the album, when you listen to it, it's not giving that, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
It just won't work with that. So I feel like there shouldn't be any hard feelings. If the album wasn't gonna work with that, it's business, man. It's business.
yeah, and also we know how finicky artists can be about their work.
Exactly.
And that thing of deciding later on that not actually this is not going to work, it's not exclusive to this Aries and AKA thing. When we spoke with Landros, he told us that he had sent out beats to other artists for them to
Mm.
actually have their songs or write their verses, whatnot, and then send them back to him. But he's been waiting. He's been waiting for those verses to be sent back to him. And he also has some features that people have asked him to do, but he just hasn't had the time to actually do all of them.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's just one of those things. And also with AKA, when he probably listened to Spawn and you know, with the way that it actually worked out, where you have Java doing like basically the hook. I don't know if it's a hook
Mm.
or a bridge or whatever it is on there. And then he basically also closes off the song. So it sounds perfect. Like it sounds perfect. The
It
structure of the
is. It
song
is.
sounds perfect. The way sonically it sounds perfect. So yeah, it's just one of those things, man. I feel like it should just be let go. AK is not even here
Like there
anymore.
are rap, exactly, and there are rappers when you think about maybe if he wanted to have another rapper who would fit in there are rappers who could have worked with that, with
Yeah,
the type of vibe that song is. You could have added a Zagwe there, you could have added a Duncan there, you could have added even who's this guy? Stana, I think.
yeah,
Like it could have worked. Those are the kind of sounds I'm hearing on Sponon. I'm not hearing these.
yeah. Like it just wasn't going to work. It wasn't going to work on there. I mean, MT is perfect. MT is on,
Exactly.
yeah, MT is perfect
It is
on
it's
there.
perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. So like the reason why now I'm asking if MT is why I'm doubting myself is because I've been listening to this Java song. Not sure what's it called. It's not time.
Which
It's
one?
my life. My
My
life
life
actually.
with
Yeah.
MT and thingy.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've been listening to that song quite a lot as well recently, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just one of those songs like Time and My Life. It's just pretty much been songs that have been rotating
Theme
quite often.
theme of your
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah, so it's just been one of those things. But yeah, I think that they should just let it go, man. You just let it go.
They should. The politics aren't worth it, man.
Yeah. Because imagine
Music
if
is out
AKA
there,
was around.
beautiful.
Yeah. Imagine if AKA was around,
Ah,
how his response would have been. It wasn't going to be kind
ah,
about it.
ah. He was okay. He was in a good space before he passed, but he would have
Yeah.
still reminded people that I'm trying.
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine he was in
Yeah.
a good space. He would be like, don't forget, I'm
Yeah.
still AKA at the end of the
Yeah.
day.
And it's
I'll
still
kill
and
you crap if I have to.
and then I've told them, well, dude, you wrote the verse anyway. Why don't you use it on somewhere else or on one
Using
of your
something
beats?
exactly.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. But apparently they might be working on a deluxe version of Mass Country. And I'm praying, like I'm still praying that they do it the way that I would love for them to do it. Like having the skits
Hmm.
on there of the moments during recording of hearing uh,
Yes,
what AKA was saying or how he was communicating
because he
with,
was
with
very hands
everyone.
on.
Yeah, he was, and there's a lot of gems in there with the way that he was. It's a great way, I feel, it would be to remember him, in the sense of how he was in the studio or how he felt about working with certain people, with the people that he's been working with, and the kind
Hmm.
of things he's been saying to his team while they were working. I feel like that would be a great way to honor him with the deluxe version of the album.
That would be very nice, actually. And as you mentioned, the skits would be very because you know how it's it's the wildest thing. You know how you always see videos of someone popping up after they've passed and
Yeah,
they feel like they've been shot in real time.
yeah.
The videos I've been seeing of Keenan in studio or just jamming along, it's the same videos I've been seeing of Mpura. I'm just like, it's been 2 years since Mpura passed. But the video you see, that was shot yesterday. I'm just like, bro, like they have so much content that at the moment it was just fooling around, just
Well,
playing, just
yeah,
adding input. But now when you look at it, this could actually be used for so many things.
yeah, yeah, man. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see if the deluxe version actually comes out, and we'll see what they actually do with it. So, yeah, I don't really have a lot of time left before ESCOM takes what's his.
What
Do you have
belongs to
anything?
them,
Yeah, yeah.
because
Do you have,
bolegiwe.
Yeah. Do you have anything that you'd love us to talk about quickly?
Actually, while we're on the album and the deluxe stuff, who
Yeah.
would you want to drop an album this year right now?
This year.
Yeah,
Is it generally or South African?
South African,
South African.
locally, yeah.
Uh, I'd actually love to hear something from Simi. I would
Mm,
love to hear something from Simi. Tugela Ferry,
okay,
beautiful album, but I think it's time that we get
I hear
something
you.
else from her. Yeah.
I hear you.
Who's the artist for you?
I think at the top of my head right now, it's been empty.
Yeah.
I feel like he has a lot to give us. I feel like uyagoa or begagoa. And I'm one person who believes that's when they give us their best music. When
Yeah.
they go into stuff, that's when they give us their best music. And I feel like I've been missing a lot of empty man. I don't know. Yeah, Manando bang, like all of his work bangs, but I just feel like I miss empty.
Yeah. And the
Like
thing
I
is,
want to hear something new from MT. I really, because there's a lot of potential. But you hear it in the features. I mean, MT is one of my favorite rappers in the country,
yeah.
you know, and I feel like that's who I need to hear right now. Yeah, I'm on a hip hop right now currently.
Yeah, and the thing about MT is that I saw from his tweets that he's actually clean at the moment, because he's been
Yeah,
struggling for some time with drugs and
yeah,
all of that, but at the moment he's clean. So it'll be interesting. It'll be good actually to hear
very good.
new music from him
A sober
when
MT,
he
yeah,
yeah sober MT. But I think that would actually be great to hear.
yeah, no, it would be. Like, I'm honestly, I think it's one person that I look forward to hearing right now. When I
Yeah.
think about it, at the top of my head, it will be MT.
Yeah, for me, it's definitely Simi. And Simi is also someone that one day I would love to work with.
To
And
work with. She's
hopefully, yeah,
amazing.
yeah, because she
She's
is just
amazing.
amazing, man. She's
I
just
think I
amazing.
feel about Psyche the way you feel about Simi. Guys, Psyche has
Yeah.
a special place in my heart. I
Actually, did
Psyche
you
has.
did you listen to the album that she released earlier this year? Or was it last year?
Was it
Uh,
last? When was it?
because she did it with Tuba Paul. Towards Malloy.
Hmm.
Yeah, something like that. Let me just
Yeah.
find it quickly. Um, oh, here it is. Synthetic Hearts.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's called Synthetic
Guys, she's
Hearts.
like I love her work, man. It gets me there. Like it's very. It's for my heart. It's for my soul.
Yeah,
You know.
but yeah.
Like honestly, I feel like she makes music for that. For me
Yeah.
personally. That's
Yeah,
why
I
when she
just
was like she's taking a break, I was like, shucks. But it's fine. It give us music. Go heal.
yeah. Yeah, I understand
Go
why
heal. It's
you
important.
yeah, I understand why you connect with her so much. Because there's a story that I once heard about her that when she was very young, she actually saw her grandfather in dreams. It's a grandfather who had
Yeah.
passed away some time ago,
Yeah.
before that, who actually taught her music.
Mm.
Yeah, he taught her music in the dream where he would sing to her certain songs. And then the next
Mm.
morning, she'd be singing those same songs, and her parents would
Oh,
be shocked
yeah.
about
I should
how
know
she
them
knows
from.
those songs. Yeah,
Yeah.
because yeah, she wasn't around when her grandfather was still
Yeah.
around. Yeah, and her grandfather
But
was the
she's
one
very
who would sing
spiritual.
those songs.
She's very spiritual.
She's incredibly
Her music
spiritual.
gets me there. Her music gets me there. Her melodies, like she sounds so amazing.
Yeah,
Like she's one of my faves. She's
yeah.
one. If I was a producer, I'd want to work with Msaki one day.
Yeah, man. But yeah, anyway, see, I'm out of time. Ascom should
Please
be, yeah.
save this recording before because
Nah, don't worry. Don't worry, we'll be okay. But yeah, anyway, that is it from us for this week from the Oracles. We will be back again next week, hopefully, with something special for you guys. But we always do our absolute best to make every episode worth it. But yeah, we'll see you again next
yep.
week. Have a good one. Cheers.
Bye.